what I want to show you guys here is this deer track right here. Tells you something very unique. Hey you guys, I want to just show you something, a little bit of here, get you some training. So you're looking at a print, and I'm pretty sure that most of you know what that print is, and it's a deer. This is the top part, this is the back part. Now I want to show you something, just for educational purposes. There's another deer track right there. Now there's a difference, when you're looking at these tracks, there's a difference. And this track right here tells me something quite unique compared to that other track I just showed you. And what that is this track here is a doe, and not only that, this track is a doe that's pregnant. How in the world would I know it's a doe, and how would I know that it's pregnant? I know it's a doe because the front part of the hooves point in. This is lifted up in the back here. How I know she's pregnant is this little crest right here. When she starts getting pregnant, she gets this crest. So when you're looking at a deer and you're tracking a deer, if it's a doe, and again, you can tell because the front end's pointed down, the upper part's up a bit more in the back here, that tells you right there that she's carrying a fawn. This is a buck. How do I know that? The lower prints in the back are lower or equal to the front parts of where the hoof was. The front hooves in an animal will usually be a little bigger than their back hooves. This buck is following this doe that's pregnant, and if it was the fall, instead of having the ridge on this side, the ridge would be on this side, and that would tell me that this buck has a fairly large rack on it when looking at it. So the ridge is opposite of what it is when it's carrying. So I'll just give you another example here. Kind of see the ridge better there. Right here. See how it's dug in? That's from the weight of the belly. Now the only reason why I wanted to show you that was in that last video. Remember, I keep telling you about when you're coming out looking for squatches, learn about tracking. There's lots you can learn about stuff out here. Learn about reading the ground and reading tracks. On that last video I just posted, and regarding something's up with my compass, I included a doe in a field in that video. And if you happen to watch it, which I'll splice it in right here, I didn't get anybody commenting about that doe, because that doe was telling you something when you looked at it. And what it told you was, it's like that one track. It was pregnant. And I don't know if anyone caught that or not. If you watch, when you watch that video there, just in the back part of where the hind leg is, you'll see a kick inside of the womb. And you know, those sound like kind of trivial kind of things, but honestly, as Thomas Seawood had said on Bigfoot Odyssey when he was gone live there, you need to keep yourself crisp. You have to get in the bush to get yourself into the rhythm of the bush. You can kind of use a measurement for that, and what that is, you know how comfortable you feel at home? Well, that's as comfortable as you should feel when you're in the bush. That's how you know you got the rhythm of the bush in your system. So I just wanted to point that out. The other thing I want to let you guys know is I will be on Bigfoot Odyssey in regards to their live chat research, and that will be on July 20th. And I think Jason Parsons, I'm pretty sure Jason's, is going to be interviewing me. And if you don't know who Jason Parsons is, he happens to be Bigfoot Tony. And I am ecstatically looking forward to talking to him. And I think he's pretty ecstatic about talking to me as well. So it should be a really good time. So I'm in BC. That'll be 4 o'clock our time. I think it's 7 o'clock. But check out Bigfoot Odyssey's Facebook page. I'll put a link down below here. And if you're in England, I think that's 12 o'clock Tony's time. Sorry, Jason's time. So he'll be up till 12 talking to me, and I'll be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. So I'll be alive and spry, and he'll be probably pretty tired. So I'll try to keep him laughing a bit so we can really give you a good interview. Anyways, you guys, I want to just take you over to a spot over here that I found something interesting, and give you a little explanation about what I discovered over there. Talk to you in a couple seconds. So you can see that there. Doesn't look like much, except that there is about 18 to 20 feet high. And I'll do a comparison in a minute here as I walk up to it. I just want to give you some history on that when I get up there too. Okay, give me a second. I just want you to notice how big the trees are around it. Now I got to be a little cautious as I walk up here, and I'll explain that in a minute. I'm sorry about that camera shot there, guys. The best time to go out looking for prints is after it rains. And it just finished raining, so it's an awesome day today. So there's a lot of mosquitoes out. Like a lot of mosquitoes out. I'm just going to walk back there so you can get a size comparison of how big this thing is. Okay, so just give me a second. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but these timber are huge, and I'll give you a bit of a narration in a moment. But like I said, they've got to be close to 18 feet to 20 feet high, and I'll just stop for a minute in case you can't hear me. Now the reason why I want to show you this is just for educational stuff again. These timber are, well, that one there is probably a good 2 feet across. So they're absolutely huge. No bark on them, and they're white. I mentioned in one of my other videos there about American native historical sites. This would not be one of those. This is from logging from decades ago. And this is how they used to stack the logs. And I know that because I used to be the guy who used to come in and burn all these off. And the other thing is, the reason why they're still here, or this one's still here today, is they use this so that for bear habitat and grizzly habitat. And what it's used for is for them to bed down in the winter time and go into hibernation. So there's, you know, a lot of big hole right here, so that they can get in there with their cubs if they have any, and they spend the winter inside of here. So they leave these up. Black bear and grizzly can have habitat. Now the neat thing about this area, this could be called like the monster of the valley kind of stuff. Just want to show you what's back behind me here, which is the valley. Now I'm in my second, or my A area research. This is where that Sasquatch wallow or something else going on. I'll put a little thing up here if you want to check that video out. But that's just probably about 5 clicks this way. But the neat thing about this whole area here is this is just awesome, awesome area. I don't know if I can make it up to that ridge up there. That's where I would like to go. Because I'm pretty sure you can see the valley below. It's beautiful here. Man, I sure wish I could transpose how beautiful this is here. And how enormous everything is here. It's just unreal. I gotta be a little cautious because sometimes bear come back into this area. I just want to scope down this area or down this valley here. I want to check out some of these other ones here just to look for bear sign. But also, who knows, maybe I'll find a squatch print because it's pretty soggy here. This is great. It's such a beautiful area. It's like prehistoric. All the timber is old. That's how I know these are also very old. I mean, look at the size of the wood they must have taken out. And this is the stuff they left behind. So the stuff they took was probably even bigger than this. So anyways, give me a sec. So I'm definitely going to bring Nick from Raw Skills Bushcraft up in this area here. He's going to love this place. And, but it's monstrous. Some of you guys know this, as we get to certain areas. Other areas you get into, it doesn't bother you, worth beans. And then other areas you walk into and you get the willies. I got the willies. Not too bad. But it kind of goes back to what I was talking about. You have to learn to negotiate and manage your emotions. But you also have to trust them enough to know when they're trying to tell you something that's important. Anyways, I hope you guys have a really nice week. And I got to update a bit with the compass stuff that we had in regards to over at Echo Lake area. But yeah, I think it'd be nice to actually spend some time in the bush here, like overnight. I don't know if I want to do it by myself though. That'd be the only thing. Oh, that wind's probably blocking this off. I'll try to change direction here. Anyways, have a great week, you guys. Talk to you soon.